Hey, it is Jay. Let us talk about the final bit. Actually, let's just talk about Blck Lprd, the Red Wolf by Marlon James. Oh, 24 hours and 1 minute and 55 seconds of this amazing start to a Dark Star trilogy. Oh, how dark. This is fantasy horror. Definitely horror. Horror. It is violent in mentally, physically, sexually, body horror, monstrous people, incest, rape. It is a deep dive into the psyche, told through what apparently are myths and legends and stuff like that from Africa. I can see that before I go, I've just listened to the audiobook of it, which I really enjoyed, but I know I only got 20% of probably in my brain. I want to, after I finish whatever other reading I'm doing, I am picking up the text and I'm reading the text, but I hopefully before that can do some study, find some resources to find out what imagine what substratum Marlon James is mining here, as much as J.R.R. Tolkien mined stuff for his trilogy, which was basically just one large book, and The Hobbit as well. I oh, such a good book, and such an odd book, because I've been telling you the story of them go hunting for this child and them finding out that this child is wrong, and about 3/4 of the way through, I guess, somewhere in there, they find the child. They apparently defeat the bad guy, and then we have a time jump, and they're saying, like, that's not the story, and he's being resistant to his inquisitor, and he tells another story which is very much like kind of a Beowulf story, where the monster is killed, but the hero, it's later, and the hero is kind of ruined, and there's a final battle which I don't believe, with the dragon, which he does not get out of. That it goes completely wrong, and this, in some ways, I think it's only 5 years later, but the child has gone missing yet again, and he has been brought in yet again to search for it, and it's like, why would I do that? And it turns out that this child has led the vampires to his adopted children, the albino boy, the albino boy, giraffe kid, blue sky girl, and they've all been murdered. He's murdered everyone, and Mosi is dead, and Blck Lprd, we find out, is working for the witch, the Asagonge again, who still wants to save this child who is wrong, who is a drooling, vampire blood addicted, imbecile, crazed, ruined thing. And you find out what the secret is. It's like, it's not restoring a matrilineal line just simply as that. It's the daughter has sex with her father to produce the heir, which is why all these kings are fucking insane, and why he is just another one in these line of fucking insane. And the demon, the bad guy, shows up again, and and Tracker wants to kill this kid. He wants to kill this kid, and the Moon Witch, she is blasted. She is like a cindered shell of herself because she got pulled through one of these rapidly shutting doors. And she throws. Blck Leopard tries to kill her, throws his sword, but it gets blown back and it pins him. And the kid is killed by the big bad demon guy. And the Blck Leopard dies in Tracker's arms, and it's like he's the lover, he's just a friend, and he dies. And at the end, the witch is still alive, and she's begging for water, and Tracker just turns and walks away, and walks until he wanders into the queen's kingdom, and she gets imprisoned, and he heard that the boy has died, and apparently they've got the Moon Witch in another cell, and she says, don't trust any word he said, don't trust anything he said. And it's like, and we know that the second volume, I think, is going to be her testimony, her story. And it's like, I don't think you can trust Tracker. He's spinning stories, he's giving stories, he's telling this particular guy these particular stories. But I wouldn't trust the Moon Witch either. So it's got a wonderful destabilized, everyone has a story, everyone has their way of telling it. And there's beautiful songs in here that I never was like into J.R.R. Tolkien's songs in his poetry, in his books. It jolted me out. It would always jolt me out of it. But it's like, oh God, there's like a long, one full kind of chapter in here, which is song, which is just like amazing. And just how it shakes Tracker is so amazing. So yeah, that is Blck Leopard, Red Wolf. I'm so looking forward to reading this now. After having listened to it, I'm so looking forward to doing that. Unfortunately, it's throwing A Place of Greater Safety into great shade because I've so enjoyed this so much. It really taps into something there, and it's ugly, and it's visceral, and it's glorious. All right, I will leave it there. This is best fantasy, best horrific, primal, getting under your skin, terrible, just great fantasy. Okay, I will leave it there. More videos later.